This is going to sound crazy, and it probably is, but stick with me. So, we're coming up to the end of our stay in this Airbnb, and it's me and Emily and Vito, and we're trying to start this company. We've had a bit of a month off while we've just repaired and healed, and we've been coming up with our dream kind of day, dream week scenario where it's balanced. On the back of the van here, and the LifeMaster brand of part of Nonconformity Company, the headline on the website is your life balance? Question mark. Is it balanced? Those 5 areas of life that we keep pondering and we keep talking about. And if it's just you, then those 5 areas, it still might be quite hard to balance, but it's obviously a lot easier because it's only you. But often work takes up a big chunk of that time, so you've not got many hours left for your health, for your people, for your evolution, your reading, your learning, your moving forward, for your finances, investing, research, and managing things and your assets. But I guess when you have a family and a partner, and then a family and children, yeah, just things can just go berserko. But me, with my ever quest with LifeMaster, designing different lifestyles, I've made many videos about this on the channel over the past year or so, because it's at the heart of the company. What do we, how do we balance our lives, but how do we go forward? So you don't want to be too balanced because you need to be pushing forward. But obviously you want to have control, you want to have things organized and managed. And I had this little reading yesterday, numerology, and it was okay, but there was a language barrier, and it was kind of, I knew this stuff. It's very general. It doesn't really matter. But I did wake up with a bit of a new lease of life this morning, and this idea dropped in because we've got the 4 a.m. club with Nonconformity Company, and back in England I was starting to wake up at 4 a.m. a lot to try and get a couple of hours working before Vito and Emily woke up, and start the day right with a bit of reading, a bit of movement, get the body going. The 3 things I like to do in the morning with a little bit of a routine, if you've only got a couple of minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, get the body going, get the mind going, and get your future going. Get your mind focused on the future and your positive future that you want, rather than waking up and then drifting into life and just repeating the same old things. You need to get yourself supercharged for the future. But this is a bit more about the ideal day, which kind of adds up to the ideal week, which adds up to the ideal life, doesn't it? So, yes, the crazy idea was to actually not do the 9 to 12 work, 6 days a week. And I've written some benefits. I mean, one of the things is there's a lot of great markets on in the morning. The morning, because the heat rises throughout and it's hot in the day, and that's why they have siestas and things still in Spain and France and in hotter countries, is because it's just too hot. So you have your big meal in the day, which makes a lot of sense to me as well. It links with the Ayurvedic training. Your digestive fire is stronger then. And I think I was talking about it in the yesterday's video, wasn't I? Yeah, just been really thinking about this, the culture here and the culture back home, and having those big meals at night. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense biologically, energetically, everything. So it kind of links into having that big meal at lunch, this whole plan. But the main thing is waking up at 3 a.m. every day. 3 a.m. every day to do 3 hours of good work. And that will be interlinked with some of this morning sequence where we do some body movements, we do some meditation and some breathing, and just some yoga, Zen Chi swings, and just getting the body moving, get the spine moving, get everything going, and letting the work flow through you. A lot of the ancient yogis and mystics said like the hours of like 2 to 6, 3 till 5, 6 were like the magic kind of twilight hours where the veil is thinner because everybody's asleep. So it's a lot more lighter, it's a lot more inspirational. So I'm thinking, if I get up then, I've got 3 hours work to do. Then these guys got up at nearly 8 o'clock today. I was up at 4:44. About 5 I got out of bed. 5. So things are getting better. 3 till 5. if you're wondering, I'll be going to sleep at about 9, but I'll be preparing to go to sleep from 7. So 9 till 3 is 6 hours. And I know we need 8 hours, but bear with me because I'm going to link in all of this stuff, because Yoga Nidra that I learned in Bali, I learned about it from my yoga teacher. Then his yoga teacher came and did a course, a 4-day. One of his yoga teachers came and did a course on Yoga Nidra, which is like yogic sleep. You basically lie down and try to get as close to sleep as possible without actually going to sleep. So you're bringing your consciousness, your nervous system, your body, your thoughts, your mind, everything down to the most restful state ever. And you do this by lying down. And the best tip that I had, because I started, you just fall asleep for the first few sessions that we had there. But what you do is you're lying down, you have this one arm in the air. So if that falls, you know you've gone a bit too far. And the idea is, with practice, you can bring yourself to a restful state. And we've talked in a latter video about the 5 different brainwave states. I can't see the top. Yeah, in hertz. Delta being the most restful and relaxation, 0.5 to 4 hertz, a very long, slow waves. Deep dreamless sleep, healing, rejuvenation, immune function, very low awareness of external world. So that's what you're doing. You're bringing yourself consciously into that of what you experience in deep sleep. But when we sleep, we're not always in that state. We're coming in and out of that. And theta, which is a bit higher, 4 to 8 hertz, which is the dreaming, REM sleep, and deep meditation. So you can bring yourselves, like sleep, we're coming in and out of these different states. And in our consciousness, we are as well. Alpha, 8 to 12 hertz, calm focus, but with relaxed awareness. But a lot of people are operating, their brains are into the beta and the gamma, which are linked with like high performance, but also like, anxiety, restfulness, and not being able to concentrate. So we're in charge of these states, is my argument. And so what you can do with Yoga Nidra, if I'm getting 6 hours sleep a night, the yogis say, I don't know, but if you can train yourself in half an hour to get into this Yoga Nidra, you're getting about the equivalent of 4 hours sleep, like healing for your body. So if I put in a Yoga Nidra after the work session, like 6 till 9, we've got breakfast time, family time, play time, getting ready time. Then after all that, I'll do a Yoga Nidra for half an hour to recharge. Then we've got the morning. We can go out, go to the market, have some time, go to the park like we did today. Just flow with it, enjoy time, prepare lunch, prepare a big, massive lunch feast every day, and just enjoy doing that for hours. And then after that, I'll have another Yoga Nidra, another half an hour top up. And then we've got the afternoon into the evening, where we'll have a lighter meal in the evening. We'll have a lighter meal. It won't be no big feast. It'll be like leftovers, or like baked beans on toast, or just some toast and cheese, leftovers, whatever. Like it's a bit of salad and fruit, lighter in the evening, because that's what the body needs. That's best for sleep. That's best for digestion. That's best for energy. And then after those guys go to sleep at 6, Emily will be getting up and we'll be sharing a couple of hours before she goes back to bed at times. And I'll just be relaxing, reflecting from like 6 till 8, getting myself ready for sleep. So when my head hits the pillow at the 9, it's like, I'm good to go. We get that 3 hours sleep, round till 3. So that's the new crazy idea. We're coming up to the next month, and I was up early this morning, and I did some meditation. I did some work. I got back into some of the spreadsheets. I got back into some of the nonconformity stuff, and I'm feeling really good about it all. I love the company. I love the brand. It's on my van here. I love what it stands for. And I've just realized, like, I'm here to educate, but I think in the past I give too much, but not within the boundaries that it needs to be. So nonconformity company allows me to give and help people, which is what I'm here to do and teach, but within the boundaries that I set, which is good. Like I said, I spoke to a friend the other day, and she was really needing some of that financial information. Once I've got the nonconformity finance done, it's like, just go there. There it is. It's all there. Rather than me having to expend any energy, it's there, but it's there then for many people. So benefits of all of this. Trying to keep them under 10 minutes. Testing Yoga Nidra. which I've learned and practiced in Bali, and I've tested a bit, but it would be nice to test it for an extended period so I can actually then teach other people this philosophy. Because really, what also the big thing here is nonconformity comedy is about doing things differently. It's about building things and doing life for you, not just fitting into everything that's around you. Because if everybody just fitted into everything that was around them all the time, nothing would ever change ever. There would be no evolution, and we're all about evolution. So you've got to like look around and feel things out and test things for you. So this would be a cool story, wouldn't it? Like building a company from mostly the hours of 3 till 6. I'll still do bits of work here and there, in the evening or in a day, depending on the day. But get that core work done in those hours. But yeah, it'd be nice to test the yoga nidra and really put it to practice and test the science and then be living proof of that. Yeah, and there'll just be more time all over more time all around for everybody. And if we've got travel days, the work will still carry on. If it was 9 to 12 and it wouldn't be a work day. So with this, the work still carries on if we're moving and traveling somewhere, which is great. There'll be more free time for Emily, more free time for everybody, more time. Also, if it's just me and Vito and Emily's going off to do something for 2-3 days, the work still continues, and I've still got that all day with Vito. Yeah, so no interruptions on that work time as well. There'll be no calls, no emails, nobody. It'll just be me and the work and flow. So yeah, I've just kind of planned it all out here, and it feels good. Like I just mentioned it to Emily this morning after waking up early, and I was like, I feel quite good about this. Just popped in this morning during the meditation. Actually, it was just like, yeah, this is the time you want to be doing your best work, and then you've got the whole day, and then you just top up with energy. You're going to bed still at 9. Like, I'm not like young Michael out partying these days. We want to build a company. We want to enjoy our time. We want to enjoy life and enjoy it balanced. And I just think this will then be an example in half a year's time or a year's time when it's like, yeah, we've built a multi-million-pound company. How did you do it? I worked for 3 hours a day between 3 and 6 a.m. So I had all of my day free to do what I wanted. People are going to be like, that's interesting. What's this guy about? What's going on here? Yeah. So that's about it. Bye bye.